Okay. All right. I don't really have much time today, and I hope it's not misleading that anybody will think that I have my paints out already and that I'm ready to do my painting. Let me do me some coffee real quick. I'm working on wet hair today, and today is going to be talking to the wall. Today is going to be a work day as far as we cleaned out some closets for real, not not they were cleaning out our closets of old skeletons. Just an old closet we had stuff stuck in, and it jumped on me. My allergies just jumped on me, and hi during April's auction, and there were other auctions I was wanting to go to. Stop, Kit. My cat is wanting to aggravate me. Not like YouTube already hasn't. It like I don't know what it's doing, but I just got out of the shower, cut me up a shirt because this shirt was really going to aggravate me. Now, my last thumbnail, Eva, is the topic that I was wanting to talk about, because even though the cabinet, I mean the dressing table that I'm going to use is in the last thumbnail, that was my grandmother's forever. I mean, I remember that from, goodness gracious, from as far, like I said, as far back as I can remember. And it's got a couple ornate woodworking things in it. And I really never thought about it. And, with me doing the picture that I'll be doing of little me, and then it's going to have the angel wings in it. This morning, while I was blow drying my hair a little bit at my dresser, I moved a picture out of the way and saw the ornate woodworking at the bottom of the mirror. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, those really do look like wings. And it just hit me that the very dresser that I want to use for my picture, for my painting I want to do to represent me, has the little wooden scroll work angels on both sides of the mirror. I could only show one side because, of course, I have a couple jewelry boxes. One's real tall, and a lamp in the way. But I think it did catch in the thumbnail what I'm talking about. Eva, what time zone are you on? I'm on Eastern, and it's like 8:34, 8:38 here, and I usually don't get on this early. Oh, goodness. Oh, wait. Can't do it with my left arm. Oh. Yesterday, when I was getting pictures down, I know everybody was thinking, oh my gosh, she's going to drop them on her head. And I told Mama later, I said, no. I said, it's kind of backwards. I said, I was using my right hand. Hey, Nana's treasure. All right, let me think. I'm trying to think your real name. Oh. No. All right, Nana. Peggy. I knew it started with a P. I am awful with real names, but I'm getting there. Because, see, this isn't my real name. Norgis is my creative little girl inside of me. My real name's Darlene. And Peggy, I'm Geisha, which is Casey. I'm Casey's mom. And Shy Dove, which everybody calls Mama. That's my mother-in-law. But I am so happy to meet you, Peggy. I guess your YouTube channel, that one day that I happened to catch it, and it just like slapped me upside the head, and I was like, oh my goodness, let me get in touch with her. All right. So Nana, the concept of it came to me one morning. I am going to be doing a painting of me as a little girl crouching up under my grandmother's dressing table, I guess you call it. It's wood with the three drawers on the right. And my thumbnail, it messed up this morning. So the thumbnail on the other one I uploaded for just like a half second, that is my grandmother's dressing table. But I did not realize it had like wings on each end. And I'm using that to do my painting around the little girl hiding up under it. And then the me in the mirror now, who I am now. But like I said, I never realized until I moved something this morning that the scroll work. And Eva, I don't know how old you are. Nana, I know you're younger than me or have a child my age. So you'll know the antique mirrors like that, I don't know what the older people called them back then, but they're, I guess, dressers. You sit there and, you get dressed in front of them. See, I'm older than both of you. I'll be 55 in October. I'll be 55, and 2 days later, my grandson will be 15. But so anyway, back then, the antique furniture, they would have ornate woodworking on them. And I'm sitting there, drying my hair, move something, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe those are angel wings. But this morning is going to be a work morning. And I might end up just trying to find something I could sketch my idea on my canvas. But I really have to go through some pictures. And the closet we cleaned out, well, Casey cleaned out in an old house with the basement and inadequate floor insulation. You have to really watch mold, mildew, and such as that. Because that little closet is right over. What are you chewing on? Okay. It is right over the basement. And so anyway, a lot of the stuff, it was save or give to April, or throw away and wash, blankets in there to wash. So I tried to find something I could work in this morning. I don't know what makes my mouth so dry. So I'm looking through my stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want anything to bind, and I don't want anything to aggravate me. So I cut up a shirt. I do like skeletons because to me they're unique. But now don't think that I am into some really dark stuff because I don't even know where it come from. But I cut this sucker up today because I am going to be using Clorox cleanup, which I dread because it hits my allergies bad too. I'll have to use it sparingly because smells like that now, they really mess with my head. And as I was cutting, my son, Casey, always, when I have scissors in my hands and I'll be talking and he'll say, Mom, you are scaring me with those scissors. But this morning, I was just cutting the sleeves off of this, and next thing I know, I'm clip, clip, clip. my veins are very easy to see. I am glad that did not go deep because that is right on that vein. And, I've already told, like in church, I know, Eva, and I've already, spoken out and said that, we talked about our, yeah, it didn't go deep. It was just a snip, but had it went deep, I would have had to get the family up, and he is Eva. Casey's gonna end up taking my scissors away. He's doing me like I used to do Mama, which I still do. I still do her that way. I get at her about stuff, and Casey gets at me about. We all do that with each other. But yeah, I snipped that, and it really no, because safety scissors wouldn't have cut this shirt up. And so anyway, Casey told me, he said, we are not going live in our Crawley craft room anytime soon. And I'm in here and I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm talking to April. I said, what's in there? Is it real bad? But basically, comforters and stuff like that were sealed in the zip up stuff you store them in. All of that's taken out. It's in my room in our Crawley craft room. I call it my art studio. So those are going in tubs today. And that's kind of what we're going to be doing. And I'm trying to think what else. Casey's got something planned today. Oh, you must not be. All right. The Cracker Tin, yes, it's old. And there was something else. Oh, Mama wanted to show, but I don't have. You know what? Yes, I do. Let me go get my grabber. Oh. All right, Mama wanted me to show, I think the other day, the coffee tin. Oh, and it's so dusty, you guys. This is the best gift of all, I'm telling you. I use this thing so much. Ugh. All right. I'm going to have to show this from afar because it has been all the way up on top of the cabinet and it's pretty bad. But, yeah. All right. This was what her Mama's daddy made his coffee in. Still haven't figured it out because I tried to make coffee in it and made a mess. I guess the grounds go here, and I guess you would pour the hot water in here. It would go through the grounds and then stay heated, maybe almost like a French press. Good morning, Tracy. So I'm not quite sure how it worked, but yeah, I made a mess one morning trying to use it. But that was Mama's. That's been here, I guess, since it was first made. And it's I guess, a country French press. I don't know. Percolator without being wired up. And Eva, that we still have the sifter that Mama's had forever. And yes, the tin. Another funny thing. Let me see if I can show it. Up there where I just got that coffee thing from, on top of there. All right. If you guys can see that gray thing up there, silver, right there. It's made out of the same thing that the coffee maker's made out of. Oops. It says grease. Now, that was like back when you would fry bacon, you just kept pouring the grease over, and it went from layer to layer to layer. And that's what, they cooked with. They just scoop out. I remember my nanny did it. Scoop out some of that old grease and throw it in the pan, and that's what you used. So my thing is, why didn't bacon grease go bad? I don't understand that you could keep adding the same grease over and over and over in that tin and keep using it. But it sets up there, and the little percolator thing, it's going to go back up there too. And then whenever I get to go back in the room, what did I say? I call it my art studio. There's an old frame that gets to stay in our family. Mama kind of divided up all the old frames, and I tried this morning to see if Casey's baby portrait would go in it, but it won't. So yesterday, Eva, I don't know if you watched yesterday's, but I showed old pictures from, my nanny. My nanny's baby that died. And then my dad, his, when he was 5. I love that because he's got the little cowboy boots on. And, excuse me. And then the 3 or 4 of her family, my mom's, just stayed on the wall. And they're real old. And they just stay hanging in the same spot. And Mama told me later after she watched it how much she enjoyed it. Oh, and I showed our piano that is my headboard. And you know what I'll do for those of you that's on my Facebook? I'll take some pictures or upload some pictures on the Norgus R Crafting with Crawleys that I made my own group. And I do have those pictures. And what I'll do is, upload them to Facebook so you guys can actually see my bed made and the piano. And at the time I had the piano bench at the foot of our bed. It's real pretty. So, I'd rather show it that way because right now I have 100 pillows and too much stuff in the way. So Tracy, let me tell you, I feel like Casey's going to take every knife, scissors, and everything and lock them up because I snipped my wrist this morning cutting up this shirt, but Mama, is that you? Something's going on. Kit, if you don't, where are you at? My cat's in there knocking off my jewelry jar, my glass jars with craft beading and stuff. She done got up there and just decided she'd knock stuff off. See, everything is against me this morning. The internet wanted to act crazy, and I cut my wrist. And I mean, okay, as long as it's all straightened out by the time Casey does church this morning, it'll be A-okay because that's what I'm worried about. Oh, this morning's just impromptu, you guys. But I did tell my husband to wake me up, and because there's things I've got to get done. Yesterday was just not one of those days. And like I said, I fell asleep about 7:30 my time. The first time I fell asleep with my laptop in my lap and my earbud in, listening to the auction, and I fell asleep. And my husband asked me, was I all right? I was just like exhausted. Aw. Now, Eva, I don't have my pad in here. Eva, have I done one for you? I'm going to find a piece of paper to write on. Good morning, Jennifer. Okay, Eva. Because I have Jennifer don't even know I have her name written down for a God jar. And so, yes, Jennifer, when I make it, I have you on my list for God jars. And from the first time I met you, when you came into Casey's Walking with God, the Porch Church Network, I wrote your name down. And so Eva and Nana, Peggy, I'm going to put your name down too. And I already have Tracy. I already have you written down, Tracy. And Peggy, the purpose of the God jars that I do, that was put on Casey's heart, really, I had my own God box, and I bet it weighs 20 pounds. And I don't take anything out of it. I put all my disability stuff in it, put it in that box, and had put it up. Now, I showed yesterday the real pretty one that April gave me. And if you watch yesterday's, you'll see it. It is a ornate gold filigree type thing, glass and mirror. Now, I put mine in that, and that stays on my bed. So when I get worried, or I just say, God, why do I keep praying about this same thing? Why do I worry? So I said, I find a piece of paper, put it in there. And that's what the whole point of that is, Peggy. And I guess that's why, you touched me. And yesterday, when you commented on my video, it was like confirmation that, right then I wanted you to come in and feel the love, because there are so many people, and even on my videos, people are not afraid to tell, well, I know what touched me watching yours so much is that people say that nothing's wrong with you. That's really what got me, Peggy. That people will say, you're not really sick. Nothing is wrong with you. And Tracy, watching Tracy's video one time, I'm like, are you serious? Somebody just kept getting in her way. She's pushing a buggy. She's got her cane. And, I thought, what is wrong with people? It is not just the elderly walking with a walker or in the riding things now that something's wrong with. I can start out pushing a buggy in Kroger if it's just me and Casey. If it's me and Casey, I kind of lean on it. But at a certain time, that buggy, as it, we put more stuff in it, Casey he'll start pushing it. He'll say, okay, Mom, I'll push it now. So if I am put together, and what I call put together is my eyebrows. See, I didn't even do them this morning. My eyebrows, my lips, and if I go in the store and I speak to a lot of people, oh yeah, I do brush my teeth and I wash my hair. If I go in like that, people would think if I'm bubbly that day. Well, nothing's wrong with her. I don't know why she's not working. But they're not there on the days that I have to sit in the car because I can't go in. But I'll tell Casey, well, I'll ride with you. That's our thing. And if Casey is not up to going in, he's like, Mom, I'm not feeling it today. I will go in. I'm like, okay. Because if there's anything heavy, I have people to, push my buggy out. And no, I didn't just click to visit that site. Yes, I did. So I mean, I'm not now. I don't worry about asking for help. My daughter would try to do it herself. Mom, I'll get the water, and I tell her, Tiffany, you don't weigh but 120, and you have no muscle mass. You should not be picking up anything. Peggy, how do you prove your illness? Tell me how I can be on this video and prove to you that I have rheumatoid arthritis. How can I prove to somebody sitting here talking to them? Yeah, I do my hand gestures. Sitting here talking to someone and tell them that there's days I can't find my words, that it will be so bad that sometimes I'll stutter over, something. And I've never been a stutterer. It's something that has developed. Chronic pain is forever. And it is something that you do learn to live with. But it doesn't, all right, saying you learn to live with it does not mean that in your mind you're like, okay, I'm going to live with this. It's going to be my best friend. It's going to act the way I want it to act. No. Chronic pain jumps on you and it makes you do what it wants you to do. Yesterday, I was in my pajamas. After I told somebody, I said, yeah, I get up now. I take my shower. I put on a little makeup and a little bit of jewelry. I'm going to try to find my words to explain this. I call it God snatching a knot in my tail. And I said the same thing about Casey. God had to snatch a knot in his tail to tell him that what he is doing is preaching. And I used to judge people. Not intentionally. I really didn't. But I remember one time when before my neck surgery, my head would hurt so bad. Everything, neck, shoulders, head, because I had 5 discs that had to, that were gone. They were just gone. And I remember one day I was sitting in the car and my head hurt so bad. that I didn't feel like riding with Keelan, but I was in the truck. Somebody come up to me and they were like, "Oh, I heard that you're going to have to end up having neck surgery. Are you okay?" I said, "No. I got such a bad headache right now. I just can't even hardly see straight." Oh, well, I was just wondering, I was taking pain pills, but my son told me quit giving them to me. And I was just wondering if you might have had something because I have a date tonight and I want to go out dancing and I'm not going to feel like it if I don't take something. Bam. Okay, you guys. That's been, oh goodness, 7 years ago, maybe. And it made me angry. Good morning, Samwana. It made me angry. And when Keelan got in the car, I told him, I said, really, I cannot believe she asked me for my pain medicine so she can go out dancing tonight. Really? I said, she's on disability. And I said, I just want to be able to hold my head up, have enough for my neck to support my head, where my head won't hurt so bad and my shoulders and I can work, much less go out dancing. So yes, I judged her. I did. And there have been others, that they right away got on this building. And so God is really, with my daughter being judged because of her botched, what do you call it? Gastric bypass, you guys. She went from 330. The lowest I think was 120. And my daughter stands 6'1". Yeah, you're right, Tracy. But my daughter got so thin, and people, automatically, you think drugs. Then as malnutrition as she was, and then she got pregnant and she craved mints, Starlight mints, one right after the other. And the only weight she gained was the baby. And the baby came out fine because now a baby will make you crave food. So after she had the baby, of course, she dropped right back, but her teeth got really bad. So again, people would see her out, and somebody across the street actually asked my husband, "Is your daughter on crack or meth?" They actually asked him that. And, now she finally found a dentist that worked with her and helped her and paid to pull all her teeth, which would have been $2,000, her dental work. And she has teeth now. Still taking a while for her to get over getting out of the house. So you guys pray for her. She has depression like I do, like Casey does. But you know what? Me and Casey, we live in the same house and we can uplift each other. So God let me know through my children about, hey, Alice, about judging. So just because somebody's walking down the road dirty, they could be homeless. When I had to walk away from my job and we had to let our truck go, if I had not been married, where would I have went? There are reasons sometimes people are homeless. Yeah, see, Peggy, people for different reasons, suffer. And I had told Casey, I said, because my lawyer told me I couldn't have social media. And so I had to shut down, my real social media. And my sister told me to do this one. So Tracy, you understand then. See, this is a family home of 114 years old, and we moved in with my mom. And not, I was still working at the time. We just moved in with her because my father-in-law passed. And at the time, I would take care of stuff. I loved to do yard work, and I did inside work and all that. But yeah, people lose everything. And I had told Casey, I said, Casey, after I get my disability, I said, I am going to start a channel on YouTube because there are too many women out there, and there's men that have had to file bankruptcy. They have lost their vehicles. They've lost their homes, and they're hurting inside because people don't understand. And I know too many women that their husbands left them. And on my other Facebook, see, San Juana, and you live, see, I know you don't have a spouse, and Tracy, that would be equivalent to us losing this place. That would be awful, San Juana. And that is one of the things that my daughter worries about, because she was told that with her condition, because the doctor took too much of her stomach, and he he something he did made too small from her esophagus going into her stomach. So that's what she thinks about. Those are her worries. I have to take that to the Lord many times for her health. So, you know, I know people that just don't want to be around people that are sick. And they don't want to be around somebody that has chronic pain. And now me and Mama, we can kind of laugh about it together when we both are stiff. I got up this morning, I was so stiff. Yesterday I was stiff, so when I went to feed my puppy and I leaned down to do it, thank goodness it's right by my dresser. Now, a tall dresser this time, chest of drawers. I kind of fell over in it while I was feeding her, and I was thinking, oh my goodness. So I really told Casey I wanted to do a channel on stuff like this. But it will also be on what I need to do. Eva. And you guys, San Juana, she blesses everybody else. She blesses everybody else. And this is the first time that San Juana has really spoken out about her illness, because she just doesn't do that. And yesterday, San Juana, the things that you shared, I told Casey it was amazing. It wasn't yesterday, or I think it might have been Sunday. See, I can't keep Sunday. It was Sunday when you shared San Juana. And I know that took a big step. Yes, Jennifer. That took a very big step. There was parts of San Juana's life that I knew that she shared with me when I first met her. And when she first become comfortable with me and Casey. And I never talked about anything she talked about to me. So San Juana, I really, was inspired that you spoke out yesterday and you allowed people. Yes. Yeah. So see, when they do that surgery, San Juana, what they do is I think they remove the small intestine. They bypass that. So that's what helps. That's what helps for you to retain minerals and stuff, vitamin B and such. So she doesn't get that. Uh-oh, Alice, are you frozen or was it just me looking and me being still? Because if you know me enough, my mouth doesn't stop running very often. Well, I'm glad you love my channel, Samwana, because yes, it is going to be making things. And yes, painting is my therapy. And I haven't done it in so long that's going to be my therapy. Is anybody else frozen? Oh no. You're frozen too? Let me type. Oh no. Okay, okay. Okay, good. Um so Casey knew. He knew that I needed to get back to that. And I was doing, I like to say we're all cracked and, you know, and we know who the potter is to make us back whole. And that's why I try to keep a lot of the stuff like my chickens that break because I want to put them back together. I don't care if, oh, you guys, for those of you that have seen the complete craft room, that every wall is different. So much of my stuff started getting broken. And I told Casey, I said, you know what? I'm going to just start sticking it on that wall. That's going to be the wall of broken stuff. And it's just going to have stuff sticking out of it. A chicken butt here, a chicken head here, broken cup here. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. But you know what? I might still, there's some places that need something. And like-minded people is what I keep saying. When somebody's hurt or somebody feels like they don't like my jewelry, they don't want me coming on their channel. I try to go on channels and people that I know that doesn't like me. Yes, there's people out there that don't like me. Can you guys believe that? I mean, who couldn't like this? Who couldn't like this? So anyway, I go out there still on channels and I try to speak to everybody because that's what God wants me to do. Because eventually, maybe if I keep praying, Jennifer. So you guys make me smile because I'm not comfortable, and my dentist, they know I'm not comfortable with my smile. And they say, why? I'm not comfortable with my teeth. They're just not these beautiful. Let me tell you, Princess Casserole, Carla, she has the most beautiful teeth. and smile. Yeah, I mean, I go in and I speak. You are blessed and you're not grumpy. Maybe you did go through a grumpy phase. Casey went through a grumpy phase. I understood what he was going through. I knew. And he and I shared so much, so I knew why he had walls up. But, God has showed him a whole different way. You know, he has torn down his walls. And Casey has reached out to people that he apologized to. That had to be scary, Samwana. It had to be. And so you guys all love Casey. But some out there that don't. Good morning, baby.
Good morning, everybody.
Casey said, good morning, everybody. I told them I was going to do a work day today. Bailey, Casey's not with it. I know.
My whole body hurts.
Yeah, I told them today. Oh, everybody said good morning, Casey. Hey, Leticia. Casey, Bailey. I did not realize, Casey. I was sitting there drying my hair this morning, and I moved the picture. Do you know that mirror in there has has wings? I did not either. It just shocked me this morning. I told them I fell asleep with the auction in my ear because the allergy stuff got me so bad.
Me too.
So, but anyway, yeah, I was telling them there's people out there that don't like me. They cannot believe it. But anyway, I do. I go in and I speak to everybody. And, nobody will know who the person is that doesn't like me, that I pray for them.
Nothing pisses off someone who doesn't like you more than you having a good attitude toward them.
And yeah, Casey's a preacher, and he says words like that, but they're better words than what he used to. You guys see me fiddling. All right, years ago, how long has it been? 12 since I had my lap band. 10, 12, something like that.
2019. It was right after I'd started Intercross, so yeah, it was 2007.
So yeah, 2007 I had lap band, and so I have what they call a port in my right about here. Yeah, I can feel it right here, and it is about this big. And that inflates to choke off my top stomach from my bottom stomach. And so every now and then, it's according to what day that port gets sore. It'll get real sore, not every day, but Sunday. But yeah, Peggy, just speak to them. And you know what? Nobody, when you have 100 people coming into chat, one right after the other, we don't know who does or doesn't speak to somebody. Oh, really, Tracy? Well, see, my daughter had a very bad gastric bypass done, and it has almost killed her. And a friend after that had one, and she was at 4 400 and something pounds. And her mom contacted me and said that she's missing and that they're taking her children away because she was in, I can't say the word, where there's no man involved except for she went to sperm bank, and she ended up with twin boys. But see, I went from 250 down to 100. And then as I started slowing down because of, I know, shame on me. So I lost, I lost 100, did not need to do that because you guys, first of all, sometimes my face looks really fat. But other times, my neck and all, you can imagine if I lost 50 pounds now. I would like to lose 20, maybe. But I gained 50 back, and I'm really trying hard to not go over that mark. So, I just see, I would like to be at 180. I would love to be at 180. So, you guys, we just have to, are you, well, thank you, Jennifer. Yeah. Some things bother me. I see my arms like yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, my arms are so big. And then yeah, I mean, Tracy, I don't know if it would make my bones and stuff feel any better because I really thought it would when I lost the weight, and my husband fussed at my rheumatoid doctor. He said, I thought, rheumatologist. He said, I thought you said that she took off the weight, she wasn't going to hurt anymore. That I thought she was going to feel better. He said, no. He said, that's not. He said, rheumatoid knows no age, race, size. He said, it is a disease that has no cure. But he did tell me if I would have stayed at 250 and went up, I would have been in a wheelchair. He said, you'll be in a wheelchair in 4 years. Well, I wasn't in a wheelchair, but I did have my neck. Within that 4 years, I did have neck surgery. So my weight had nothing to do with my neck surgery. You guys, I call it talking my talk told. My husband really, he didn't want me to have that surgery. He said I was fine the way I was, but I had sleep apnea awful. Your connection is connected. All right, you guys. Let me know if I'm back.
It shows that you're still live.
Okay. It is okay. I'm telling you, we're going to have to pray over this house today because I think the interview still up and going today?
It's not so much an interview. Kimmy's gonna come on. She's gonna sing, and She's gonna talk to
Oh,
talk to
what,
us about.
when is gonna be?
This is gonna be Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, good. All right, so yeah, Kimmy's supposed to come on, and we're supposed to have some singing today. Ooh, now it's too hot.
Good morning, lady.
Hot. All right, you guys, Mama's up now. That cup is too hot. But yeah, the internet wants that crazy. Anyway, thank you. You guys pray. You guys pray for it today because we really want to do the uplifting and the singing today. Everybody saying good morning, Mama.
Good morning, Mama.
We have Peggy and Jennifer and Leticia and Eva and let me
You're
see.
looking for.
We do. And Eva, I think, and Sawana.
Oh,
I think-
7-1.
Eva, I think who was the first on here with me? Eva was. And my internet keeps dropping. It just keeps acting crazy.
My dog.
It could have something to do with being live, when you're doing live streaming.
Anyway,
That,
I gotta get some coffee.
well, give me your cup and I will put it over here.
I'm gonna get live.
Peggy, okay, I'll do it then. Peggy said, good morning, Mama.
Good morning.
And Peggy is Nana's treasure.
Yeah.
Oh
I think I've got that written down.
You guys almost put her empty cup in the microwave. You see how my mind works? And that's why I say that the conferencing center that I used to work at, which one do you use, Mama?
Medium.
This one?
Uh-huh.
I always say the conferencing center that I used to work with, no, they do not want me doing that stuff anymore because I forgot how to count one day. Is that not?
Sure did, didn't you?
Yes. I came in crying and I told Mama, I forgot how to count to 10. I am buffering again. Is it? I hope, are you going to get to listen in today, Samwana? I hope you do. But yeah, I came in, that was my final step. Love you, Samwana, was when I came in and told my mom that I forgot how to count to 10. And I went straight to the doctor and I told him. And he ran a CT scan. Excuse me, you guys. And nothing showed up on the CT scan. But he did tell me I needed to come out of work. One of the medications messed with another medication I was on, and I would sit there and the ice in my cup would be morphing, and I thought that something. Bye, Leticia. I hope I see you guys at church this morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time. But yeah, I was seeing some kind of crazy stuff and told my doctor because I will hurry up and tell them. So I have 2 medications that I put, well, now it'll be 3 that I'm allergic to. One caused rages, one caused good. Pray for our internet, Samwana. That everything will go good. We'll hear some off-key singing, but we'll get to hear some good singing from Casey and Kimmy. I'm the one that's off-key, so. But, yeah, it was like what people say when they took acid, the things that they would see. I've never taken that. Yay, yay. Love you. See you back at 11. And so, anyway, I come out of work. And, the rest is my history. I'm here. But had I not come out of work, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have been able to tell other people about that. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like for people to shun you, Peggy. I know what it feels like for people to not think anything's wrong with you. So I understand all of that. And on my Facebook, I follow this woman, and I might share her link again in my Facebook so other people can see her. She had chronic pain. Well, hers was, I don't know. It's a Netflix documentary. Tracy, I was just always, I guess, the same, but you're right. You lose when you come out of work, you lose, contact with people. And if you're like me, I'm overly, I don't meet a stranger. So for me, I didn't think I was depressed. I watched a lot of TV, and some of it did, until I just gave the whole box of files to God and put it away. And I'm like, when it comes, it comes. And so anyway, then when we started reading the Bible, day by day by day, all of that lifted.
Don't spill that on you.
And Casey says that he can see a big difference in me. What is it?
3 and
Can't you you can get to that, can't you, Mama?
if you'll turn that camera.
Oh, goodness. Okay, you guys, I got to turn the camera.
I really don't want to be on
All right,
that.
there you go. Oops. Mama don't want to be on cam, you guys. But,
I'd still be on.
huh? Okay. But, yeah, I mean, Tracy, people will act like the only lazy people don't want to work. And some people, they'll say, well, they got on disability just because they had headaches or mental disability. Tracy said she is so silly. She knows we don't judge.
I don't want to break nobody's monitor.
But, yeah. So the Lord really dealt with me about judging anybody on disability because we don't know. We don't know just by looking at somebody. We don't know by looking at somebody if they're schizophrenic. I did a conference one time on medication for schizophrenics. And,
Look at Ted Bundy, how good looking he was.
yeah.
And then he turned out being a serial killer.
But no, schizophrenic, like some, I guess, parts of it. I'm trying to think how to put this. It was really scary to me. They interviewed somebody that had come off their medicines, or the doctor had told it. They had come off their medicine, and this person, there was always a blonde person. See, well, Tracy, you worked for all those years, and you paid into disability. That's not money that they're just giving you. And that's what somebody told me. Do not give up. because you paid into that as long as you worked.
Us old folks did too.
Yeah. The elderly did too, and they don't hardly get nothing. So in that conference, this person that was schizophrenic always saw what?
It's okay to unplug your computer.
Yeah. They always saw a blonde woman talking to them. And as long as they were taking their medicine, they didn't see that person. That person, when they would go out in public, the blonde freeze it up behind me.
Could be just a laptop. No.
You're okay, Mama, because I'm going to close.
Make it